Hi guys, this is Laura.
This is Anisha.
And we are the Sisters from YouTube. Welcome back to our channel.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and this video is gonna be about becoming teen mom
And how it was.
the challenges and the difficulties and the pros and cons. There's always good and bad in everything that we do. So yeah, hope you guys like this video, and how about we get started?
Yeah.
So, at what age did you guys become teen moms?
Well, I found out I was pregnant when I was 18. Me and my boyfriend were together for almost a year, and then I turned 19 and I had my son.
Well, okay, I found out I was pregnant when I was 17. Had a year exactly when we found out I was pregnant. A year later, I had my child, and I was 18 when I had it.
How was it finding out about your pregnancies?
Well,
It was hard.
Well, in my case, I was so scared. I actually didn't think I was pregnant till I missed my period, and it was very scary and overwhelming. I mean, I was 18. I had just graduated high school. The day I found out, I had to do everything like without my mom knowing. I had to go buy a pregnancy test. And when I was waiting for the results, I was in my room and I was just so nervous. And before I actually read the test, I was like, okay, I need to lay down, because I was
think
like,
you knew what was coming.
I felt like I was gonna pass out if that thing said yes. So I put it under my pillow because it takes like 2 minutes. So when I took it out, I'm like laying down. I was like, it said yes, because I bought the digital one that actually says yes or no. It said pregnant. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I started thinking about my life. I'm not in college. I was planning to start college soon, and what am I gonna do? I have like a basic job, you know. I mean, I wasn't too worried about telling my boyfriend, but I was just so scared. And yes, I almost fainted.
Well, I think that's every young mother's reaction at the moment.
And
but
how about you?
In my case, it was somehow the same, but somehow different. When I was at the age of 17, and I was that type of teen that I really thought I knew everything. That I knew everything. So when I found out I was pregnant, I wasn't, this is gonna be fine. But then again, when everything just started kicking in, that's when I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to go to college. A lot of things came to my mind. I didn't even graduate from high school at that time. Yes. I was a senior actually, and I had to take a year off. So yeah, at the time I was scared, confused, but yeah, I think that's how every young teenager.
How was it when you found out, like that feeling?
I was actually happy. I was actually happy because, I don't know, I love babies. You know, I think that was a major part of my happiness, that I love babies and, you know, how tiny they are. I didn't really, the whole picture, you don't really get it in your mind until you start seeing this belly growing, the baby moving. So, yeah. So I was afraid, most definitely. I was afraid, confused, a mix of emotions.
Okay.
What are some challenges of becoming a young mother?
Some challenges. Well, I'll say one of the biggest challenge for me speaking was how am I gonna, you know, start this whole life, you know, get used to
this new life
with a baby, you know, like now you're gonna be doing everything with, you know, a little person next to your side.
Now you have someone that is gonna depend on you. 100% depend on you. You have to take care. There's no more
partying.
Baby this. Not even partying. I wasn't even partying.
Well, we didn't party, but like, you know, no more girl time. Like, let's go out to the movies or whatever. But yeah, that was a big challenge for me. You know,
transition. Yeah, and I feel like doing everything on your own, and you know, just being mature and independent at such a young age. In a way, I've been very independent since I was like a teenager, you know, I know how to do things for my own, but, you know, becoming a mom, that was like very scary, you know.
It's scary.
Because you're so used to, you know, at that age, you're living with your parents, and your mom is always there doing things for you. And then
It's like at the time when I had my first child, my mother used to do everything prior to me getting pregnant, like, you know, do all the doctor's appointments, if I had a problem in school, anything like that.
She was there, and now
she was there, and I went from being, you know, mommy's little girl, you know, to being a mother, and I had to do everything by myself, go to the doctor by myself. And it was hard. I wasn't used to it.
Had
I
to
just started like
stop being a child, and you
We
know
became
that was
adult.
very hard. That was a big challenge.
that was the biggest challenge, transitioning from a teen to a mother. You know?
Even though we were still teens.
It's harder when you're younger, of course, but you're never ready for it because being a mother is such a big, you know, challenge. You know. Yeah.
So, how did you both tell your parents?
Okay.
How about you start that, Laura? Me, I don't really have too much to say.
Well, I told my mom after a week of me finding out. I was like shedding bricks. I was just, you know, planning how I'm gonna tell her, because I was just so scared of her reaction. I mean, I imagined the worst. She's gonna slap me, beat me up, and kick me out. That's what I thought.
For me, it wasn't like that. It was more in terms of what they gonna think about me, not because they're gonna hit me or anything, or they're gonna be upset. But for me, it was more like, oh my god, my dad and my mom are gonna see me like, you know, and irresponsible. In their eyes, I'm like a loser already. I don't have nothing.
No, I didn't think like that. Because I don't know. I didn't think that my parents would think about me
thought-
like that. I just felt they're gonna punch me in my face and say,
I know they weren't gonna do that. I wasn't afraid. My mother, in my mind, you know what I thought? My sister had just given birth to her child, so she's so busy, you know, taking care of my sister and all that, that she's not gonna really focus on me.
No, look. When I told my mom, okay. So I remember I was coming from work. I was working at the airport, and I came out of work like at 11 at night, and I called my cousin.
Oh, I remember. She made the biggest meeting just to tell my mom.
It wasn't even a meeting.
At the time, my mom thought that someone died or something because my living room was full of people.
No.
And I remember that I found out that morning prior to my mom knowing in the night, and I just told her, like, just tell her, like, what the hell?
No, for me, I called my cousin, my older cousin, because she was pregnant. She had found out she was pregnant like 2 months before. And I'm like, oh my God, we have to tell mommy. So they told me, they advised me, my cousins, that I should go and speak to my mom by myself and not bring my boyfriend, you know, just in case there's any craziness.
Any plates or cups flying around?
Flying. No, but so we showed up. My mom, actually, when we arrived to the house, my mom, I just saw the light of the bathroom on, so you know she was getting ready to go to sleep. My cousins and we came in.
I'm telling you, she really thought something happened because
we
like 4 people come through the door and we're about to like go to sleep, and this one comes here with my 2 cousins actually. My 2 cousins. The whole point, I remember seeing the living room full of people.
She was in the bathroom. I go to the bathroom while my mom is in the living room talking to my cousins, and I'm like, Anisha, I'm gonna tell mommy that I'm pregnant today.
And this is me. Oh, you okay? Whatever.
What kind of reaction was that?
Because you were making it a big deal. Mommy wasn't gonna do nothing.
What do you mean big deal? It's a big deal. I was 18 years old. Like, to me, that was a big deal. You know?
No, for you it was a big deal. I'm not saying that's not a big deal being a mother.
Because her reaction was totally different.
No,
like, she...
One of the things I'm saying is that you're making it such a big deal to tell mommy.
Of course, because I'm scared. You wasn't scared because you thought you was grown since you was 12.
Yeah.
But I was scared to tell my... But whatever. So we go to the living room and my cousins initiate the talk. She's like, okay, so Annie, we're here. Annie is my mom. We're here and we came to talk to you because this. No, and then she's like, Laura, go ahead, and I'm like, well, I'm like shaking, and I'm like, well, I am pregnant. And she was like,
And then you just hear the crickets.
and this is what she said.
It's my
Oh, pero eso era de esperarse.
Claro.
Eso era de esperarse, como tú estabas, haciendo lo que te da la gana. And I'm like, I was not doing whatever I wanted.
Yes, you was.
What?
Yes, you was.
Seriously? I was.
You were with your boyfriend up and down.
Listen.
That's basically doing whatever you want.
No, so you're telling me that mommy gave me freedom? My mom.
No, that's
She
not
was
saying
very
that, no,
strict. She
listen,
wouldn't even. No.
She didn't give you freedom, but you took it yourself.
No, you are wrong. First of all, you was the one who was doing whatever you want
Laura,
with your dad, with
listen,
your boyfriend.
listen.
No. Because you're wrong.
Going out, seeing your boyfriend, that's doing whatever you want.
So, you agree? You're saying that mommy let me do whatever. First
When
of all,
did I say that mommy let her
but
do
you're
whatever
saying
she
it
wants?
like I was.
No, I told you. She even said it herself.
on camera.
You even saying it yourself.
You see that moment where you just turned at her and said, "What? That would be awesome for another one of those edits where you're just like, dude."
Listen. She even said it herself. Mommy said, what was her reaction?
But you know, mommy
Claro,
exaggerates.
porque tú estabas haciendo lo que se te pega la gana.
Well, if she was meaning I was having sex, okay, yes.
Yeah, that's part of doing
But
whatever you want.
you know, mommy, if I'm like, can I go to the movies or something? She was not. No,
You know,
I was working a full-time job. I cook, I clean. I was a very, good girl, good daughter. And if I wanted to go to the corner store with my boyfriend, she wouldn't let me. So I don't know why you're saying that I was doing whatever I wanted.
You still did whatever you wanted. You were having sex at a young age. So that's considered doing whatever you want. Thank you for this one.
Both of you did whatever you want because at the end of the day,
I don't
you
think-
both eventually, if you define.
Anyways,
that,
can I say my experience on that?
Okay, so though, now you say my experience.
So my experience telling my mother wasn't a big deal.
It was a
because,
party.
A party.
It was like she was.
No, it wasn't like that. It was more like, okay, whatever. Because, just like my sister said, I always thought when I was younger that I really knew everything, that I didn't need it for permission, and I could do whatever I want. I always been mature since I was younger, and I was working at age 15. At age 15, I was working, actually, when I met my boyfriend. So anyways, when I told my mother, I remember, I think we were in the room.
No, you told me first.
Yeah, because I think you told me.
Okay, so I came out pregnant because when I was giving birth, she was celebrating her year anniversary. Of course, that's the time you came out.
No, I was pregnant already in the my year anniversary. I had I was pregnant already. I was like maybe a couple weeks, 2 weeks. Pregnant.
Well, but
Well,
when you went, I remember.
I think I called mommy.
No. You came to the house because I had a C-section when I had my son. And my apartment was in the 3rd floor. So because of my C-section, I stood in my mom's house for a month until I healed. So she came to the house like around 3 weeks after me having my son. And I was getting ready to go out. And she comes. This is her reaction. Casua Laura. And I'm like, what? She's like, I'm pregnant. Just like that, with that smile. I'm pregnant. And I'm like, and you're that excited? Like, this is a 17-year-old. I'm pregnant. And I'm like, and you're that excited? You're crazy. That's what I told her.
I wasn't excited. I was just. I wasn't scared.
And then I don't know what happened. Then I left.
I told my mom.
And then she told my mom right there.
I told my mom, I was like, Mommy, I'm pregnant. And she's like, I don't know. Because, my sister had just finished having her child. And she's like, no, pues ustedes se pusieron de acuerdo, fue la dos. Para salir preñada la misma vez. Pero que se crean ustedes que yo voy a ser una vieja. I ain't old. That was her reaction. My mom, to be honest with you, my mom was always supportive, and she didn't really make a big deal about it. I think what she did was supported us the most.
I think when I told her that night that I told her, and she was like, oh, eso era de esperarse porque tú estabas haciendo lo que te daba la gana. which I wasn't. I was not doing what I want. But she was, she didn't speak to me. Like, she was giving me that silent treatment for like a week. And I knew the silent treatment was done when, by the way, I was so sick with my son. Like, I was so sick.
Morning sickness.
No, I was like a dog. I was like sick.
You were like a dog?
Yeah. I was sick as a dog.
How are dogs sick?
People understand me. And I was just throwing up after every meal, and I feel like my mom was like feeling.
She felt
so
bad.
sorry. But I knew the silent treatment was done, and she was like, all right. When I heard her talking to my mother-in-law on the phone, like, me and my boyfriend didn't even tell my in-laws. My mother decided to communicate and tell her. I was like, OMG. But she made it easier.
Yeah.
Do you guys regret having your children at a young age?
No,
No.
definitely not regret
We don't
having
regret. No.
my kids. My son, because I was much older when I had my
Yeah,
daughter.
we don't regret it, most definitely, because
We
more
could have
than-
done things differently.
Yeah, but more than a bad experience is a good experience for me because I learned a lot. I grew as a woman.
We mature.
We really mature. I started seeing things that, maybe before having my children, I didn't realize. So I don't regret it at all. I think it was a blessing. And I thank God for giving me the mentality that I needed at the time, once I found out I was pregnant, I got myself mentally prepared. And, thank you, Lord, for that,
I don't regret it at all. It helped me grow as a woman, It helped me mature. And definitely don't regret my son.
No.
So, what are some things that you both believe that you could have done differently at that time?
Well, me speaking, one thing I could have done differently is don't rush to be a woman too quickly. I rushed it too much, I went from being a teen to a mother too quickly.
What would I have done differently? I think I would have protected myself.
Yeah.
Like, took that more serious. I think sometimes we don't take it serious. Most of the time we don't take protecting ourselves. You're sexually active and you have a boyfriend, and you won't think it will happen to you until it does. And I think that was what happened with me. Like, I was protecting myself here and there, but it wasn't like religiously, like every time. And I would have done that differently,
Yeah, most definitely, because you at that age, like I said, at that age, you think you know it all. You think that me? No, not me. And everything could happen at a heartbeat. Anything could happen. So
It could happen.
to
Most
anybody,
definitely.
Yeah.
Don't
So
play
take
with
your
that.
time, protect yourself.
But I feel like we should have more conversations with our teens about sex,
Communications.
protection, STDs, pregnancy,
I think by helping our children, just communicating, talking to them, if you know that your child or your daughter in this case is sexually active, take the time, go to the doctor, try to get them some birth controls, something that might help them, not come out pregnant, or talk to them about protection too, because it's not only about getting pregnant, it's also about those STDs out there and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So us parents really have to work together and try to help our children, not using the aggressive approach, but more the positive, talking
Understanding and supporting.
to them, supporting
And being there. It's hard. Life is hard.
And when you're a teen, you think you know it, but you think you know everything, but you don't. So that's where the parent comes in, and they're like, no, listen, this is how you need to do things,
Talk to them.
talk to them.
Communicate. We have to talk to our children. We have to guide them into making the right decisions.
Sometimes it's not
And
easy, but it's not impossible.
I
either.
really, really, to the teens, young teens out there, sexually active, please protect yourself. There's so
Protect
many
yourself.
birth control methods. There's the pill. There's condoms. There's
The IUD.
the IUD. There's the Nexplanon.
The next planet, the implant that goes in your arm.
You know,
You know,
sometimes
you talk to your
your doctor. Go
your
to your
OBG.
doctor if you.
your OBG.
I feel like us moms should give more trust to our girls or our sons, you know, so they could come to us and speak to us about, you know, what they're doing. I mean,
Sometimes talking as a woman that we are and mothers that we are, sometimes we tend to be ignorant. We think that, oh, talking about sex with our 14-year-old, no, that can't be.
we have to
That's
do
not
it.
how things are. You know, unfortunately, how things are very different than back then. So you really have to talk to your children about this.
Yeah.
You know, sex is something that eventually is going to happen. So you need to get them prepared.
And if
mentally
you don't,
and
if you
physically.
don't educate them on it, they will go and
Try to educate
friends,
themselves.
TV, social media. Oh my God.
Yeah,
So we
most
have to try our best to educate our girls and our boys. So, yeah.
But yeah, this was a hard topic actually,
Yeah.
but we're very happy we're able to talk about it because me and my sister, you know, went through.
We're moms
We're
and-
moms, and we went through this. We went through that, you know, when we were younger, and we know how tough it is, and you know, the difficulties about being a mom at such a young age.
Yeah. We have
and
to
if
try
we could try to help
prevent
other girls
teens.
going through this, we most definitely will do so.
And if you guys have any questions,
yeah, please
don't-
comment below.
We are here to help and hear.
Yeah,
You know, not to judge. You
Not
know,
to judge,
we have
not
our
to-
opinions, our advice, and we want to share it.
and yeah. So just comment below, share
Like
and
and
like this
share.
video, and see you in the next video, guys.
Thank you for watching. Bye.